I've decided to try something new this chapter. Instead of telling you jokes, I'm going to let you guys decide which instrument I should continue playing. So sit back and listen. Each lesson, you'll hear me play a different instrument. This is me playing the piano. What do you think? Today's lesson is solving two-step equations. The Indiana Academic Standard is 8.3.1. The Common Core Standard is 8.EE.7. We're going to solve two-step equations and use two-step equations to solve problems. The steps to solving two-step equations. Number 1, undo any addition or subtraction first. Step 2, undo any multiplication or division. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down these important instructions. Start by writing the problem off to the side. We're not going to do any of the work where they show it because they show the work, the textbook shows the work a little bit differently. So we have 5v minus 12 equals 8. Remember, the first step is to deal with any addition or subtraction. Find your variable. We're subtracting 12 from it, so that means we're going to add 12 to both sides of the equation. So then on the left-hand side, the minus 12 plus 12 cancel each other out. You're left with 5v. On the right-hand side, we have 8 plus 12, which is 20. Now we're ready to deal with that multiplication. 5v, that means 5 times v. We're going to undo that by dividing both sides by 5. 5v over 5 becomes v. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So v equals 4. You can plug that 4 back into the original equation and see if it works. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 minus 12 is 8. It works out. We know that we have the correct answer. You'll be able to do that with every problem you do tonight on your homework. You won't have to worry about did I get the question right or not. You can check every problem. For quick check number 1, 15x plus 3 equals 48. Remember, we first deal with any addition and subtraction, so we're going to deal with that plus 3. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. That leaves us 15x equals 45. Now we're ready to deal with the 15. We need to divide both sides by 15. 15x divided by 15 is x. 45 divided by 15 is 3. So x equals 3. We can plug that back into the equation to see if it works. 15 times 3 is 45. 45 plus 3 equals 48. So we know that 3 is the correct answer to this equation. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down this problem. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class tomorrow. For example B, we have t over 4 minus 10 equals negative 6. We'll begin by adding 10 to both sides of the equation. That cancels out the 10s on the left, so you're left with t over 4 equals 4, because negative 6 plus 10 is 4. Now we're ready to multiply both sides by 4. We multiply the left by 4 and we multiply the right by 4. On the left, the 4's would cancel each other out, so you're left with t. And on the right-hand side, you'd have 16. So t equals 16. Then we can check it. Plug 16 back into the equation. 16 over 4 minus 10. 16 over 4 is 4. 4 minus 10 is negative 6. The answer of 16 checks out correct. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down this problem. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class tomorrow. Now let's take a look at this problem. Example number 2. We have 7 minus 3b equals 1. My suggestion is be incredibly careful whenever you have a negative coefficient. That means you have a negative number right in front of the variable. I would suggest that you actually change this to 7 plus negative 3b equals 1. That way you don't lose the negative sign. So I'm going to rewrite this underneath. 7 plus negative 3b equals 1. Now we're ready to subtract 7 from both sides of the equation. Because we are adding 7 to that negative 3b, so we subtract 7 from both sides. 7 minus 7 cancel each other out. On the left-hand side, you're left with negative 3b, and on the right-hand side, negative 6. When we get to this point, we're now ready to divide both sides by negative 3. On the left-hand side, the negative 3's cancel each other out. You're left with b. And on the right-hand side, negative 6 divided by negative 3 is 2. So the solution is 2. B equals 2. You can substitute that back into the problem and see if that works. 7 plus negative 3 times 2. Well, negative 3 times 2 would be negative 6. 7 plus negative 6 does equal 1. So this problem checks out. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down this problem. Example 3, using two-step equations. You borrow $350 to buy a bicycle. You agree to pay $100 the first week and then $25 each week until the balance is paid off. To find out how many weeks W it will take to pay the bicycle off, solve 100 plus 25W equals 350. So we start by writing down the equation of 100 plus 25W equals 350. We're going to solve this by first subtracting 100 from both sides of the equation. So we're left with 25W equals 250. Now we can divide both sides by 25 and W equals 10. The original question was, how many weeks will it take you to pay for the bicycle? We have to use our head here a little bit. W represented the additional weeks. You had to pay the $100 the first week. So it will take you a total of 11 weeks to pay back the loan. Pause the video if you need more time to copy down this problem. Don't forget to record a question that we can discuss in class tomorrow. Please try these last 3 quick check problems on your own. Pause the video, work them out, double check them, then start the video again to see if you get them right. Don't forget to write a sentence on the third problem. For 2a, we have negative a plus 6 equals 8. We'll begin by subtracting 6 from both sides of the equation. That leads us to negative a equals 2. Now we need to divide both sides by negative 1, because remember, when there's a negative sign in front of the variable, that's actually negative 1a. So divide both sides by negative 1, so then a equals negative 2. For 2b, we have negative 9 minus y over 7 equals negative 12. I would suggest changing this. Negative 9 plus y over negative 7 equals negative 12. If we do that, then we need to begin by adding 9 to both sides. If we add 9 to both sides, then we end up with y over negative 7 equals negative 3. Then we can multiply both sides by negative 7. On the left-hand side, the negative 7's cancel each other out. On the right-hand side, negative 3 times negative 7 is 21. So y equals 21. Number 3, Jacob bought 4 begonias in 6-inch pots and a $19 fern at a fundraiser. He spent a total of $63. Solve the equation 4p plus 19 equals 63 to find the price p of each begonia. Subtract 19 from both sides of the equation. The 19's cancel each other out, so you're left with 4p on the left, and 63 minus 19 is 44. Now you can divide both sides by 4. 4p divided by 4 gives you p. 44 divided by 4 is 11. So p equals 11. Now you're ready to answer your question. What was the price of each begonia? Each begonia costs $11. Pause the video if you need to make any corrections to your quick check problems. Don't forget on Edmodo to post how many you have correct. Also, I want you to put a little smiley face at the bottom of your page. Don't tell anybody about it. just put a smiley face at the bottom of your page. See you tomorrow in class.